Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Wednesday, April 7, 2021, and we just had the FOMC Minutes released this afternoon. The market has been quiet the majority of the day, but we're starting to lift here into the afternoon. This was a study that we looked at this morning that showed the S&P has been favorable on this day. The NASDAQ has as well, whereas the other two instruments really didn't show much of an edge whatsoever. But what I figured we would do is this afternoon, take a look at that same study from this morning based upon the FOMC minutes and look at what has happened as we approach the close based on a little bit more information that we have at that time. So I'm going to go into Discover and set up this test, which will be an intraday entry of 3 p.m. Eastern time. So that is after the minutes come out. Minutes come out at 2 o'clock. It's set up as a long, and I'm going to go into the post-open filters, and I'm going to say we are trading above the open at 3 o'clock. So in post-open filters, I can use this intraday close versus intraday range. Hit equals next to close above open, and that means that the price at the time of entry, which I've got set to 3 p.m., is above the opening print for the session. So I've got that selected. Next, I want to go into the indicator section, put us in a similar market environment. We are above a 10. We are above a 200-day simple moving average. And lastly, I want to hop into the market events library, and I want to say that today is the FOMC Minutes release day. So I'm going to grab that from the active today. If I come over here and then click on FOMC Minutes, that adds it to the test. This updates the test that we looked at this morning by adding a little bit of information about where we're trading at 3 p.m. and using this later 3 p.m. entry versus the one we used at the open this morning. So let me go ahead and hit View Results. And here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, exiting at the close, 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when you are trading above the open at 3 p.m. on FOMC Minutes day. And this is taking place above a 10 and 200-day simple moving average. So historically, the S&P has 39 samples, the NASDAQ 35, the Dow 33, the Russell 24. And if we look at the win rates on these, they are quite a bit different, especially for the S&P, than what they were at the open. So, at the open this morning, the S&P was close to mid-60s. Here we're at 46%, so quite a bit weaker for the S&P entering at this time with the additional context added. If we look at the NASDAQ, it's coming in at 54%. The Dow, 42%. The Russell, 46%. So 3 of the 4 are at least a little bit weak. The NASDAQ still slightly favored. But if you look at the average win and average loss on these, this is where the skewing really takes place. And the average loss is quite a bit larger than the average win on all 4 of these instruments. So all of these are basically 2 times or more larger on the average loss compared to the average win. So historically, the bigger moves on this afternoon have taken place to the downside. The win rates are not skewed heavily, but they do lean a little bit more towards the downside as well. So not nearly as strong as what it was at the open this morning. So hopefully you found this helpful. Good luck today, and we'll see you next time.